welcome in, you guys. Welcome back to Astraea Love. This is Enlightened Journeys, and I'm here to hopefully enlighten your journey. Okay, so please make sure that you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is this top portion here. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled, be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. And I'm reminding the people watching about my personal human rights. Attempting to persecute me in any form or fashion for what I channel from God and the Holy Spirit is a violation against this contract and the freedom of speech. Any attempt to silence me will be followed up by the Most High God. Treat others how you want to be treated. Do not shoot the messenger. And do not harm the prophets of God. Okay, so now we're going to do the prayer. If you don't pray, that's fine. I'm going to do it for both of us or all of us, okay? So I ask that God be with us now and the Holy Spirit. We're also calling upon spirit guides, guardian angels. We're calling upon the ancestors. We're calling upon the Anunnaki and the spiritual court systems. And we're calling upon Jesus and all the archangels and any other ascended masters or benevolent beings of light that would like to assist us today in this reading that have helpful, beneficial, positive advice. Okay, so now I ask that the Most High God please block out all evil, return all negativity back to any people that send it, shield this platform from all hexing, cursing, and spells. I ask that you block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. And I pray for the highest wisdom, the highest light, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on earth. And I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Okay. So that's a really good way to clear the energy and to create at the same time is when you play the bowl and after you say each thing that you're stating is like an affirmation or a prayer that you're hitting that sound. Anyways, okay. Welcome in, you guys. So the title of today's video, welcome in. For those of you guys that are new, the title of today's video is that you will not fear the terror of night nor the arrow that flies by day. Okay. And you nor thine enemies, just in general. Right. So that's what God wants you to know is that you are not to fear the enemy. And God's saying, even if they seem too numerous to count, even if it seems like too numerous to count, too many of them, right? That you can't even count them. Do not fear them because God is with you. And so that's going to be the knowledge that hopefully you guys can integrate into your day-to-day lives. Okay. That feeling of safety and security and of being protected by the Most High, because I do feel like, you know, you guys are being protected, especially those of you that are praying and are staying actively connected to the Most High, you know, and so in these readings, if I ever use pronouns, I'm just picking up on energies. You can assign a gender if you want to, but I don't always assign a gender because I am just picking up on energies. We both have masculine and feminine energies within us. And so, yeah, people will come up in different ways. Like somebody that is homosexual that's always been like feminine their entire lives, they may show up in the reading as a female. And then same thing with like a lesbian, vice versa. That's just one example of how things could show up, right? So when I'm reading energies, if you want to touch a pronoun, you can, but you don't have to. And especially when we get into talking about transgender stuff where there could be a confusion, somebody could be going through a transgender transition and they're in a different energy than what their body is. So that's why I don't feel like in these readings that we should be assigning genders. If it is for sure a woman or for sure a man, I would let you know. Okay. But especially because tarot, the page energies are the younger energies, but they're all masculine. And so I'm just like, I think that they should have an equivalent for that for feminine as well. And so, anyways, that's just my opinion. It would make more sense. So I hope that you guys had a wonderful 4 portal yesterday. Okay. So I typed in the chat, just to let you guys know the bracelets that I'm wearing. This one right here is Blue Appetite. Okay. This is for creativity and self-expression. And the tourmalated quartz is this one that's right here. And that one is to block out empathic energy. And then this one right here is the gold sheen obsidian. And that is to break curses that are on the father's line. So there could be a curse that you're experiencing right now from the father's line, is what I was picking up on earlier. That somebody could be experiencing curses being broken, like off of your timeline, off of your life, right? And that could look a few different ways, just depending, you know. I do feel like there is an energy lingering out there that wants to come forward that maybe has not been beneficial to you in the past. I guess that it is beneficial because you're learning from this experience. Whatever this experience was is teaching you. It's okay. So the lesson is not to feel like you can't trust people. The lesson of what this experience that you're going through, you've been through, is to learn how to trust God. So it really doesn't have to do with the other person, okay? It has to do with you learning how to work with God, how to integrate God and your higher self into your day-to-day life, okay? And how to make peace with where you are at in life. Because again, we're all at different stages and we're all having different experiences, but they all do mirror one another, you know. So you know, I feel like almost everybody should probably invest in Bumblebee Jasper. That helps with self-worth. I just feel like a lot of people are being affected by the self-worth issues right now at this time. So we'll see what the tarot has to say. But yeah, I'm definitely picking up a couple of chakra disturbances. It's like what's going on right now in the collective is a root chakra. We got root chakra, we have solar plexus chakra, and we have third eye chakra. So the third eye is how we perceive the world, right? It's perception. It's also psychic ability. And then it's getting intuitive downloads. So is the throat chakra. But the third eye is for like psychic sight. Okay. And then we have the solar plexus, which is an energetic source. Okay. It's got like a solar sun source to it. That's why it's yellow. And that's about right here. Okay. And so that one is how we feel about ourselves. And then how, like, basically our confidence is, what our self-worth is, our door to value. Okay. Our vitality. Then the root chakra has to do with feeling safe and secure, and it has to do with roots, you know, where you're from, your lineage, that type of things, and if other people have put roots on you, etc. That those types of things are going to show up in the root chakra. The root chakra is the one that's connecting to the earth, so it's feeding your body with that earth energy, and our bodies are made up of the earth. So if the root chakra is being clogged and is just being blocked, is more of what I'm getting, okay, then all of our body system, because the root chakra feeds our body systems, all of our body systems may start to shut down. And so that's when disease and stuff like that will occur. Sicknesses, diseases, and mental disorders and things like that. And multiple sclerosis. There's like a lot of different things that can happen when your root chakra has been shut down intentionally by somebody else. So this is, even though we all create our realities with our thoughts and our beliefs, this part of your reality that you're experiencing, these chakra, just issues with the chakra, it has to do with an issue about trusting God, and it would heal all 3 chakras. And I know it's like, well, how can I trust God when God's let me down before? God has given you the ability to have free will. So God's not really let you down. Maybe you didn't call on God before. Okay. So now you can just wipe the past clean, and you can make a commitment today to start over with God, basically. So this hangman energy, I keep seeing it, you know. The hangman is somebody who's in suspension. These people wanted to keep you in suspension about something. They didn't want you to see something. That's why the third eye chakra attack. They didn't want you to get a download about with your intuition about this person. This could be a couple. This could be two people that are with each other or were with each other that are obsessing over you. But yeah, it's also talks about instead of trying to control situations and people, leave them alone, because it will get it when you try to you basically will sacrifice yourself when you try to control other people and their lives. I'm also getting Piscean energy off of the hangman today. So there could be somebody, you could have Pisces highly aspect in your chart, or you could be dealing with somebody who has a Pisces aspect in their chart, highly aspect. Yeah. Also, this basically, God's asking everybody to do what this last part of the thing said. Just leave people alone instead of bothering them, right? Yeah, that judgment in the reverse. This person wanted to have you judged like inaccurately. They were calling down, and this is their energy. This is not your energy. This is this other person's energy that you were dealing with. You know, somebody wants to seek revenge against this person because of what they did to you. And I'm picking up on an ancestor that you have that really wants revenge against this person. But yeah, it says that somebody's trying to get even with you, loss of material possessions and salary in a lawsuit, that somebody wants to take you to court, but they don't legally have the means to do so. Like they don't have any evidence against you to take you to court, but somebody, what I'm picking up here is that somebody is trying. They're trying to find loopholes that would make it so that they could take you to court. So maybe you do something like what I do. Maybe you do something like different. This could be a neighbor also, or somebody that used to live in your neighborhood. It says that these people are getting a reputation of being underhanded and undependable. Somebody right underneath your nose that has this bad intention for you. It says inability to compromise makes conflict. This person, I cut the deck on the 10 of swords. This person wants to 10 of swords you bad. Blessing to you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this person wants to 10 of swords you bad. So I feel like, would we uncover who they are to you? The best thing that you can do is stay away from this person. This person, I'm also picking up, they're in sacrifice energy because they are in some type of legal situation. They're in some type of situation with, you know, big boys like feds or CIA or some shit. And this person wants to get out of the trap that they were trying to set for you, but they fell in themselves. There is a quote in the Bible that talks about, or no, it's one of the Psalms. It talks about the people falling into the pit or the grave that they dug for you, basically, right? And that's just the way that God works. God's not going to let this person hurt you. That's why you will not fear this person's trying to terrorize you in your sleep and sending you nightmare spells and spells so that you don't remember your dreams. Literally, like this person, that's why the theme of this video is you will not fear the terror of night nor the arrow that flies by day. Even if this person was going to try to shoot you, do not fear that. God will not let this person come nigh thee. Okay. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. And that's if you say the Lord is your God and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you. No disaster will come near your tent. Right. These are all different parts of Psalm 91, but that's basically what God is saying. Like, believe and trust in the Lord, that these people who are up against you, like God sees everything. So these people thinking that they are going to get away with whatever nonsense, God sees everything. And there's more than just God watching over you. Much more. Yeah, this world in the reverse, every time I pull this, I definitely feel it's like somebody trying to turn your world upside down, but I'm also getting something about the dark web. So whoever this person is, they're a danger to themselves and they're a danger to society. That's why they have the feds watching them. No energy, loss of momentum. These people's goals, they were stealing something from you, but their goals have been forgotten. They need to review and set new ones. They underestimate their own abilities and are lacking vision, basically. Oh, awesome. Welcome back, Swami. Cool. Well, I like Swami and I like Nod. So hopefully I said that right. So yeah, this is also talking about this person being their fear of change is keeping this person from success. They want you to be afraid to go through a transformation, and they want this person's trying to, I think the Hangman card is like the dark night of the soul. Like this person just suspended in air, It says in the Bible, cursed is anybody who hangs from a tree. And that's because we shouldn't be using plants to unalive people or murder them. I don't believe in that. But, I also don't believe that murder is okay, even if you have a prisoner that committed murder itself. I believe all humans can be redeemed. And you just don't know what God can do in somebody else's life. I've seen God wipe out 40 plus years of a warlock's work with the blink of an eye. God can do things that the normal person could not do. Like, we can do all things through Christ, Krishna, who strengthens me. And that's absolutely true. So this person, they're in a lot of danger, I feel. They're in the danger of being taken to jail. Oh, welcome, Cafayette. Yeah, they're being in danger of being taken to jail, and they're also in danger of being indicted for something, which that could be possibly what leads to jail, but this is like somebody's getting indicted. I don't know what they've done. They've left some type of electronic trail, and they thought that they were being really sneaky. I'm seeing the Hierophant on the bottom. They could have gone to a secret society or a Hierophant group or a coven or a Satanist group or whatever whoever this person is, whatever group of Hierophant energy that they went to, it could have even been like a Christian church. They don't believe that, or it could even be Islam. This person does not believe in that religion, whatever they went to get help. It's basically a legal protection. This is an enemy of yours. There's no reason that this person needs to be protected from you. Okay. If they were not doing horrible, wretched ass things behind the scenes towards you, your ancestors would not be ripping their head off. You know what I mean? So there's really if they weren't doing something, there's no reason that this person needs to be protected. So that I would call that illegal protection. It's just not warranted. Right. So, I mean, this person's afraid that if you pick up a spiritual tool and you use it on them, that you will take this person out. And you very well could, because you guys are very powerful. And this person would have it coming because, again, their intentions nasty from the beginning. So really, it's like, I don't mean to be negative about that, but like, I don't know what else to say. This is, if you truly understand the law of attraction and that you are what you attract. And so when you attract people into your reality that hold negative traits that you dislike, like this person, and you may not even know this person, very deeply, but this person just has a general hate for you. I feel like they're always looking into the past with the Six of Cups in the reverse energy. They're always looking into the past and blaming you for something. So maybe they're blaming you for getting some type of inheritance. So basically what they need to do is they need to leave you alone, right? Or whatever this sum of money is that you're going to get, or whatever these gifts are that you have. This person needs to just leave you alone, because they're blaming God for giving you abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You mean you're going to blame the creator of all things that created everyone because this person has abilities and a divine prophecy over their life and divine destiny? This person had a divine destiny, but they sacrificed that when they wanted to come for yours. Like, all I can think of is like the Hailey Bieber situation and Selena Gomez. And still, this person's still actively trying to destiny swap with Selena Gomez. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's psychotic, you guys. I don't know how her parents have not taken her to a mental therapist and been like, you need to stop doing everything Selena does. It's just cheap looking. And I'm not trying to be rude, but she's never going to become that person. Hailey Bieber will never become Selena Gomez, regardless of how. And if you don't know about it, these are just celebrities. But this is the best way I can explain Destiny Swap is through that experience, because it is the most outlandish Destiny Swap. I mean, Kim Kardashian was into Destiny swapping when she was working for Paris Hilton, but that wasn't even bad compared to the Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez situations. So anyways, just know that loving yourself is going to be the best thing. Don't want to be anybody else. You never know anybody else's, their trials, and to try to take somebody else's life and sacrifice them for their destiny. That person would have to go through everything you've ever been through. And this person is a weak-minded individual, AKA why they're seeking revenge and trying to get even with you. They're very weak-minded and weak-spirited. They want to put you in the 10 of Swords. And this is exactly where I'm heading. This is what I'm saying about the law of attraction. The intention that you hold, that you put out there for other people, that's what you will attract to yourself. People that will literally, to one sword in the back would have done it, Yeah, thank you. Thank you. One sword in the back. So the 10 of Swords is just like how Julius Caesar died, was just stabbed by everybody in the whatever Congress or Senate or whatever, because if one of them committed the crime, all of them had to commit the crime. That's the type of energy that I always get with the 10 of Swords. But yeah, these people's plans and their projects are in jeopardy. Whatever they were trying to steal from you, if it's clout, if it's money, if it's fame, if it's recognition, if it's spiritual gifts, I get that could be all of those things. It could be an inheritance that somebody has left you over. Yeah. Oh, you saw it in your dream. Well, God bless that. I am so grateful that you saw it in your dream, because you knowing who the person is, that's the first part of reversing it. And honestly, I feel like God is protecting you from this, but but the thing is that God speaks to us in so many different ways, through our thoughts, our intuition, our dreams, our feelings, all of that. And so the divine always will relay to us a message of who it is. And so once you know who it is, you can go, okay, God, please protect my destiny. Please let me know about my destiny so that I can take whatever steps that I need to take today to fulfill that destiny, because I don't want anybody else to. And again, they can't. Destiny swap is impossible. And it's because God knew you before you were born. God knew what destiny God assigned you with, and it's a divine life soul mission. And somebody else wanting that, it doesn't matter. God knows who this other person is, and God knows who you are. God is not in any type of way dumb, or God cannot be tricked or deceived. Okay. So destiny swap is not possible. And God's like, well, if my child's not going to be allowed to fulfill their destiny, then in this type of destiny, nobody else will be able to do so either. Because I only want my child doing it because they are connected to me. That is how the Most High God is. So again, these people that think that they're stealing other people's destinies, what they're doing is they're getting stuff from the devil. And the devil steals all the stars and energy basically of this person, and then little by little gives it back to that person. So when they think they're stealing the destiny of another person, they're actually just fucking their own destiny up. And the devil's doing them dirty as hell. I mean, and trust me, the devil is not here to help mankind. Okay. Not in that type of way. The devil's here to trick the people who are idiots so that they can be brought into hell and controlled. But then the people who are chosen one, the devil will not directly attack anyone that is chosen, because the devil works for God and is just not told to do that. So yeah, you have to understand that you're about to get justice. Finally, the first card that is here for you, because this judgment, and this person had no reason, and they did not have the authority to call judgment on you. You know what I mean? Yeah, they definitely do not have the spiritual authority to call judgment on you. And they don't have a reason to call judgment on you. And that's the other part, is that you haven't been doing anything. So there's you haven't done anything unjust to this person for them, for them to want revenge like this. They don't want revenge. They want revenge because they're jealous and envious and greedy. Okay. And they feel like they're entitled to your energy, to your time, and to your life. Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, that could be the energy of this person. This could be a man, or it could be a woman, or it could be somebody that's transgender, because I'm getting all three of those energies. And then we got a King of Swords in the reverse. This is definitely somebody that's associated to some type of coven, cult, judicial system, or whatever. The Knight of Wands, okay, is somebody who they want to be attractive to women. They're always in a rush. They have a lot of nervous energy. They ain't about shit, basically. This King of Swords in the reverse is somebody who has authority, but they are very evil. They're very evil. This is a LGBTQ plus RAPIST. Okay. This person is not right. They're not right. Like they have multiple demonic attachments. They're very sadistic and manipulative. This person's plotting against you. They enjoy causing suffering and trouble. Looks out for his own interests only. Watch out for this person's actions. Again, this person may try to do some crazy, ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, really? You have different names adding and sticking you online. Yeah. I don't even do like Facebook anymore. It's just too toxic. And there's too many people that try to contact me. And I don't know who the hell they are. But yeah, sometimes it's better to just take a break from social media, especially if this is somebody that doxed you or put your information on the internet in some type of negative way on the dark web. And it's not illegal to go on the dark web. Okay. Apparently. But it is illegal to put other people's information on the dark web and things about and lies about them, slander and gossip and stuff. So if any of what I'm saying is making you feel scared, this is not your reading, because this is only to give you confirmation about things that you already knew that was going on, or thought was going on. Yeah, this Sun in the reverse, these people are straight up immature. They lack the strength. Okay, first of all, their inner child is not healed. They need to do shadow work. They need to do inner child healing. They're very immature, lazy, and they lack ambition. This is why they want to steal your destiny instead of doing their own, but again, they can't steal your destiny. It's actually impossible. And this person is not equipped with the gifts and the abilities needed to fulfill your destiny. So that's why they're not going to be able to do that. Also, this person's a sadist. God doesn't want a sadist delivering messages. God does not want a sadist healing anyone. God does not want a sadist doing anything other than isolating themselves and going to a therapist to work on why they're so sadistic. Especially when we're dealing with humans. If this was Cenobites, it would be fine for them to be a sadist, because that's the way where they operate from. But it's not the human genetics. Sadism is not a part of our genetics. This is something that has been, altered, or this person could have been abused as a child, but it doesn't give them the right to continue the abuse. Especially if you've been abused as a child and somebody was a sadist to you, the best thing that you could do for yourself is to heal and then help other people heal from that same experience, instead of continuing to just do what your parents did. What are you literally, are you a goddamn monkey? That's just like this person's acting like a fucking donkey mixed with a monkey, just monkey minded, just going to follow that line that the parents made. Hell to the fuck no. You should want to be better than your parents. And I'm not saying to compete with them, but I'm just saying your parents should want better for you, and you should want to be better for them. So yeah, these people's futures in doubt. Okay. They're losing a job and a home and a loved one. This backfire of whatever they tried to do by sacrificing you. They're in freaking trouble for this broken engagement. These people need to deal with the fact that their magic will not work on you. And they need to deal with the fact that they're all bullies and they need to heal. I feel like why you're getting justice and you're getting this 9 of Cups energy is because you've done the work. You've done the healing work. Or at least you're attempting to, which God even applies the attempt to do it, even if you're not successful. And again, we don't know how much trauma we have. We have other lifetimes that we have to deal with, okay, that, baptism is supposed to get rid of. But again, I don't know if it does. I don't think it does, but whatever. But yeah, it's like not only those types of sins, but then you have the sins that your mother and your father created, which, it's not really fair that we suffer. If our mother did witchcraft, that we suffer because of that, but that is the absolute truth, right? Or if somebody, and it's not even just that, if somebody was doing witchcraft on your mother while you were pregnant, you could come out with certain types of disorders and defects because there was magic being sent during the entire pregnancy. So again, and that is a very common thing for the evil eye to be sent. So you are getting justice for this. This 3 of Pentacles energy is a good collaboration. People are seeing that you are a good soul, that you're a good spirit. And they're also seeing you as their wish fulfillment, that you could help them fulfill their wishes and basically help them evolve and grow. These people know that you're a healer, that you're a natural healer, and that they also know that you're a good person and that you're high spirited. You may have been feeling like low points, but it's because this person's energy, right? I feel like whoever this King of Swords in the reverse is, they're the prominent energy that's the aggressor. This is some type of someone that's associated with courts or law or lawyer or something like that. They have a position of authority, but they abuse that position of authority big time. And they don't like the fact that your spiritual gifts and abilities trump, basically, you triumph over them with your abilities. And so this person hasn't been able to trap you. So if you are divine feminine, this is a not divine masculine that's been trying to trap you. If you're a masculine, this is a masculine that's been trying to trap you or trying to seek some type of revenge because, and again, this is definitely about somebody not wanting to sleep with one of these people. The Empress in the reverse. So you got an Empress in the reverse that is telling these people what to do. I picked up on this download a few days ago of an Empress in the reverse, which is infertility, sterility, fear and anxiety, trouble at home, personal and relationship problems due to extravagance and overspending. This person lives outside of their means. They're not blessed by God. They're not blessed by God to have finances, to have wealth, to have anything. This person gets its wealth and shit like that through blood money, through the selling people, through selling its ass, shit like that. Like this person does not get money in a legitimate way. They do things behind the scenes that are evil and crooked, and possibly even going to a practitioner, trying to be a practitioner. This person has psychological problems. They are going to experience war, hunger, sickness, and a loss of possessions. And if you allow this person anywhere near you, you'll experience that same shit. This person could not grow anything. They can't grow anything. The sun in the reverse, you need the sun and the light to absolutely, definitely trying to hold divine masculine hostage with black magic. These people want to trap you, literally trap you. I mean, I can't even say it in a better way than digging a pit, digging a fucking grave for somebody else. And then here comes God. This is Sparta kicking their ass into the grave. And they're like, well, you saved me the energy of having to dig your own grave for you. Thank you. Boom, just kicks them right into it. This is that energy. Because literally this person has tried to send things at night and they tried to send things during the day. And this Empress could not grow something if she tried. I mean, she is like everything this person touches dies. Yeah, you guys are way more powerful, and you have God protecting you. So you got two things that these people don't have. These people can't trust their own abilities now because they thought that they were so powerful, but upon finding out after attacking you that they are not. Also, we've got this person could have been trying to make you gain weight or throwing their fat on you or something like that. We rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Anybody trying to tamper with the way that you look. This person also wants you to fall victim to overindulgence in food and alcohol. Hi, welcome in, you guys. Welcome in, Bethany. This person literally wants you guys to fall victim to either being fat, they want your vibration low. And I don't like saying the word fat. I feel like it's so mean and offensive, and people fat shame me. And so I really like feel like beauty does come from within. You know what I mean? And good. See, Kafaya, you already know what I'm about to say. And I like literally haven't even said it all yet. That's so funny. Yeah, this person does not, they're putting energy out so that you don't work out. And so that basically, you don't, that you overindulge, but this is what this person does. They want you to be into the same things that they are so that they can because what alcohol does, and I'm not dissing anyone that drinks. Again, please don't think that I'm judging anybody. Okay. Because I'm really not that way. I'm not judgmental. And I understand I just understand people a lot. So this person wants you to do things to excess, drinking, smoking. And again, one drink's not going to hurt you. It's fine. But this person wants you to do to excess, right? So, because when you do things to an excess, it basically starts cracking your aura. It will lessen your frequency. It lowers your vibration. It muddies up your energy, and it cracks your aura. And then with a cracked aura, these people's attachments that they want to latch onto you would get in. But that's why these people are naturally can't get their shit together. They're substance abusers, and they're selling substances also. That's why I said these people do not make any legal money. They sell their prescriptions and they sell their substances. And then they go through withdrawal. This Empress in the reverse goes through withdrawal because she would rather have the money than the drugs that she needs because she's addicted to shit. So she does this every month that she gets her meds. She sells them, and then she sells other substances on the side. So yeah, this 7 of Wands energy in the reverse, this is talking about confusion will be your greatest enemy. These people are very confused. They're like seriously scratching their head thinking yeah, they're definitely scratching their head. Welcome in, hot solstice. These people don't know why everything that they've tried has not worked. This also talks about other people challenge. You have probably challenged this person's authority because this person wants to play God in their life. They want to be able to call death on you or to call judgment on you or to get revenge against you. This person wants to be God. They don't want to let God be God, which is what I'm going to recommend you all do. So allow the divine to be the divine. This person wants to be God in your life. And I hope this is not somebody's mother, this Empress in the reverse. I don't think it is, but yeah, I could just see a parent wanting to play God in somebody's life. But then you have this 10 of Pentacles energy. This is your energy. This is inheritance, gift, or money that could be coming your way. This could be something that was hidden from you. Okay. It also could be land. And this also could be stocks, bonds, or it could be like Bitcoin. So a couple different things. You may be inheriting physical inheritance, but I am absolutely getting that this is also spiritual inheritance, which means your pennies come from heaven. They don't come from mankind. So this person trying to shut off any avenue of you making money. And it's really this Emperor in the reverse who's doing this. That's lack of maturity and self-control, pushy, domineering bully. That yes, this person has money, but they're like a bad seed. They're they want to abuse their power. They want to dominate others. And this person puts other people in danger of serious injury. Like literally, you will get hurt being around this person, or you will die being around this person. They're bad luck. They're bad juju, bad vibes. This person has lost their job. They have a loss of control, and they want to abuse their power, and they want to steal whatever you have, basically. Yeah, it's between two men that you've dealt with. It could be both of them, though, because there's one man here and one man here and a Knight of Wands. But yeah, I really feel like this domineering bully energy needs to go. But yeah, oh my God, they're in the Seven of Pentacles, which means the tables are turning. These people are going to have straight up money issues. Because you're in the 10 of Pentacles, they're in the 7, which means at some point they were in the 10 of Pentacles by stealing your energy and trying to destiny swap with you, even though, again, they weren't even getting your energy, but didn't stop them from trying to do that. Okay. And that's why I say intention. Be sure that your intentions are good for people, because intention is everything. It means the world, basically. So whatever illusions that were painted about you are being cleared out of the way. Whatever lies that were said. Yeah. The Four of Wands. This is about people wanting your creative goals and projects. This is somebody that wants to be a pimp. They want half of what you get. This could be I hope this in somebody's fucking record label. Like hell to the no. Okay. These people are crazy murderers. So be careful. If you have a record deal or some type of music deal, you got somebody that they want more than 50% of what comes to you of royalty. Okay. So just beware of this person. It also could be somebody trying to be somebody's manager. It may be better that you find a different manager, somebody that that's close to you, that's trustworthy. Okay. Like a parent or a cousin or an uncle or an aunt or something like that. It would be better to have somebody that you actually know that you could work with, rather than somebody that straight up just gonna screw you over from the get-go, basically. You know what I mean? So yeah, you just got to be really careful, because they're gonna fucking want literally more than their half, and they're gonna be just totally attacking you if they can't have that. Oh my God. I'm so glad that you guys are getting the message and it's resonating. Yeah. So just beware of this person, adding on extra things because when it comes to you performing, basically the record label does not give you the money to make the performance, right? Yeah, they've been trying to steal your ideas and music. That's exactly it. And then they want to cut you out of it. And that's what I'm saying. You need to be careful with these people. Don't share anything with them. These people know that you have the energy to be successful, and they want that. They want the reward for your success, basically. And yeah, very greedy, very demonic ass energy. So just be careful. But yeah, you have a Wheel of Fortune coming to you, and they can sense that shit. Trust me, the people in the music industry definitely, not only do they worship the fuck out of Lucifer, which is not Jay-Z, I'm sorry, but I'm always clearing fucking energy in the stupid music industry, because it's not like they just send these weird ass these weird ass spells that they do. They don't just do on the artists. They do this shit on the public so that the public will buy their music and listen to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of celebrities been trying to cut your throat. That's exactly the energy, because they want this Wheel of Fortune, just like what they did to Aaliyah, putting her on that plane. You know what I mean? And absolutely to steal, so that they could steal her destiny. And again, they didn't get her destiny. And you want to know why? The people that did that put her on that plane, they didn't get her destiny. They're still in the music business, and maybe they're still winning in the music business, but they never crossed over into acting. They never were in, from the general public as well. Like, they are trying to steal that energy. And every time that they do a performance, They do a ritual with this performance. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's bank bills. I agree with you. That's the energy that I'm getting from these people. So yeah, once you know that what they want and that the tables are turning and the control is going to be in your hand, the only way that you will end up dead is if you sign one of these contracts before they're changed. Whatever's with the death clause in the music industry contracts, you need to Google that shit, talk with a lawyer, have your lawyer go over everything, because when you become big enough, and if they feel like you're not going to be along with their illegal ass fuck shit, and if you can't be controlled through sex, drugs, and women, then basically they are going to think that you're a liability to their company. And once you become worth more dead than alive, then that's a price on your head. And you know exactly who the people are that would do it. You know what I mean? Or who would pay to have it done. And so that's why God's saying to guard this Wheel of Fortune energy. You know, it is your destiny and fate to be in the music business, but it's not your destiny and fate to die because of it. God's wanting to replace these like people that are trash, that are really not talented, okay, with people who are talented, who are not trash, who are not going to bend the knee to the devil. You know, because the devil will offer you some shit that will like not last. It'll be fleeting. It won't last. And then you'll have to keep going back to the devil and doing more rituals and more sacrifices and more of this crazy bullshit that really all you can do is you could just go ask God for whatever you want and God's going to give it to you. So it's like, why the hell would you have to do all of this devilment to be successful? You're going to receive justice. And I feel like you do have a group of people that are true fans. They're true people that like you and that are into your music, and they're into watching you because you're the authentic energy. You also have the power of the magician with you. And this is why when they try to sacrifice you, and they've tried already, and they're getting the blowback. Okay. This is why when they tried to, this energy fucking did not even touch you. It literally did not even touch you. Yeah, you've been standing your ground. Good. Yeah. Yeah. And just be aware of them, you know, if you don't do what they want, also take into consideration that you don't need to hire on a bunch of extra people, because even though your label may say that you need to, you're going to end up paying for everything that's on that set. You're going to, so you don't need all these extra people who like, let's just say that you can dress yourself. You can do your own hair. You can buy your own clothes. You don't need somebody organizing your outfits when you're just wearing fucking like tank tops and jeans or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do that yourself. There's a lot of costs that you're going to be able to save by not hiring people that are unnecessary, you know? And then if you do have to have a manager that's scheduling everything and booking things and doing that part of the work for you, then that's great, but have it be somebody that's close to your heart that you know you can trust, not some person that this label wants to hire, because those people will not be on your side. That's like going to HR. HR only exists to protect the company's interests. It does not exist to protect anybody that is an employee there. In fact, when you go into HR and you make a complaint, they assess you as an employee and whether they want to keep you or not. So knowing that this record label may very well give you a bunch of people that are enemies that will send in specific type of women, specific type of drugs and things like that, or rugs, I should say, to you. You know what I mean? To get you hooked on shit, because if they can get you thinking you're insane, they can get you hooked on drugs. If they can get you hooked on that pussy, if they can get you feeling like you can't do shit without them, then basically they control you. And that's the way that they're going to try to control you, through sex, rugs, and alcohol, like rock and roll music, whatever type of music. Like, they're literally going to try to control you and make you, they want you to offer up things to them. It's weird. It's weird. They want you to offer up stuff to them that you should never give up your virtues or your values, you know? Yeah. Because you never know how God's going to bless you. You know what I mean? Yeah, good. That's awesome that you're doing all the writing, the fashioning, the editing, everything. And like what I'm getting is when you need to make music videos, you don't need to have, you know, like a full set and crew for your music videos. You can literally have somebody with a phone recording your music video and it will still be bomb as shit. People will like it. You don't have to go out spending insane amounts of money, but they'll tell you that you need all that crap to make your music likable and shit like that, and you don't. They're just trying to upsell you. And then the amount of money that they give you up front, make sure you don't spend that right away because you're going to need that in the future. They make money off of you being broke, basically. The three of wanting. Yeah. So this is the three of wanting. The three of wanting. So yeah, this is definitely you seeing your goals, you having leadership abilities, and also I feel like when you are setting up your stage and everything, make sure you do proper lighting. Lighting is very important. Okay. Make sure that you have good lighting. And if somebody tries to argue with you about the lighting, tell them to shut the fuck up because you're paying for the lighting. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is all a collective reading. You guys just need to be able to use your intuition to pick through which parts are for you and which parts are for somebody else. But yeah, this is definitely, you know, and if this isn't a record label, this could be some other type of company or contractor deal that's coming up. Or like I was saying, it could have been somebody, because I feel like this, you know, this King of Swords in the reverse could be like a lawyer or they could be a judge or something like that. But yeah, they just definitely don't have good intentions. They conceal their true emotions, right? This person is 100% working with the devil. I think there's probably quite a few people that are signing record labels, but I think that you guys should just make sure that you know, like I said, if it's whatever type of contract this could even be a contract for a new place to live. Make sure you have a lawyer go over it because there's going to be something in there that you're going to be like, wait a minute. You mean if this happens, then I lose everything or whatever. There's some type of loophole that they use and they trick almost everybody. Yeah, this is going to cause you to just go within. The Hermit is about going within and finding the answers to your problems because you know if anything exists on the outside of you, it exists on the inside of you. You guys are so welcome. So with this energy, it's very volatile. It's diabolical. These people, their intentions are really, really, these people are very slimy, just very slimy. I also feel like yeah, I think what I'm being shown is that almost all of the biggest corporations that we have use some type of magic. And it's kind of like Obia or it's other types of magic. But yeah, what I'm getting is that big corporations, big labels, all that stuff, they're using magic to be on top and to remain on top. Yeah, and these people, like God has punished them. This Empress is so infertile because they steal other people's shit. They're definitely in a rut. They have no creative energy, and these people aren't authentic. They've been stealing other people's destinies from the very beginning. And there could even be some type of ritual where if for you to become a star, you have to sacrifice and unalive somebody else. And you'll find a lot of artists that do this ritual and they end up becoming famous, but then they have some type of karmic blowback for doing that, for unaliving somebody. They have a karmic blowback, so they end up getting a disease, they end up getting sick, they end up having, you know, whatever problems, mental problems. And so, yeah, that's a backfire. It's called backfire. And it's just because these people don't ever think that shit's going to ever catch up to them. But that's not the way that the law of attraction works. if your intention is bad, that's what you're going to get back is negative, you know? And so this does talk about, you know, trusting the wrong people. Just be very careful. These people are moving in the wrong direction, and they've made these different industries very toxic with the competition and the witchcraft. We have a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. And if this is definitely a practitioner that they work with. Yeah. I mean, to you, this will be a random person, but just knowing that this practitioner's energy is here is good. But yeah, I mean, it's good that you know that it's here, basically, that we're uncovering it, because that's what these people do is they practice magic. And the reason why you haven't been sacrificed yet and somebody hasn't stolen your style, your lyrics, your way of singing, speaking, and making everything, like way of writing for some of you, way of drawing, the reason that they haven't been able to steal that is because you are the magician. And these people are wannabes. They're literally wannabes. And I'm not kidding. These people that are doing the bad things, they're about to have everything stripped of them. So be aware of somebody who is I feel like there is a witch that a lot of celebrities work with and they know. And this is who this Queen of Wands in the reverse is. So whoever this person is, she's an older lady. She definitely does witchcraft and different types of magic for celebrities. Okay, so this person knows a lot of people. But again, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, somebody is controlling, vindictive, and manipulative. And they look like they do black magic. This person almost looks like the cartoon of the witch from Snow White when she turns into like an old lady and offers her an apple. That's the vibe I'm getting off this queen. Even though the Queen of Wands in the reverse is supposed to be somebody who's like younger, who's attractive, you know, plays games with men's feelings. This person will be unfaithful. These are the type of women that they bring into the industry to seduce you guys. But I am picking up specifically on an older witch that is like working with a lot of celebrities. And it is to do this destiny swap, stealing, advancing their career bullshit. So you'll see a lot of people like have weird experiences after going to people's concerts. They either will not remember the concert, or they'll go to like a seminar and watch. There could be even a preacher that is, you know, doing this. Wow. Yeah, you did hear about that witch. Yeah. So these people will go to this witch to have music done on the performances that they make, like Kendrick Lamar, all that shit. And they'll do these rituals on their performances, and they'll make their performance a ritual where they're draining everybody in the crowd and like stealing from everybody. And that's basically like what they do. They use other people's energy to manifest. But it's this devil energy that they're using to manifest with. Yeah, this is going to bring everybody into a major crossroads, because I rebuke this witch in the music industry. Just stop. This is like witchcraft at the expense of other people's lives. Okay. This is, and I don't believe in the slaughtering of animals. I just do not believe in sacrificing animals. I think that if you're going to be like, come here, kitty, come here, puppy, so that you could then slit its throat, that there is something the fuck wrong with you. Okay. I don't think that is normal, and I don't think it's appropriate either. And I know that all religions and throughout all times, it's been a popular thing to do, but that is purely demonic ass shit. Do you think God needs a sacrifice like that? No. The fuck. So yeah, I feel like they may try to pressure you with this double energy by putting a lot on you. Just stay calm. Okay. The best thing you can do is stay calm, call your power back, and then just, you know, don't be willing to do the same things these other celebrities do. If they try to coax you into going to some type of fucked up party or fucked up event where you're going to have to do some degrading shit on camera, that's against what your beliefs are. Just don't do these things. There's no amount of fame. And trust me, the people that are doing these things, their fame is going to turn into infamous. They're going to experience a permanent ending and a loss and a death and poverty. Okay. And so you don't need that. You really don't need this death energy. This devil and the death. Come on. That's like setting people up right there. The devil and the death. That is absolutely setting people up. This Eight of Wands, this witch could have been making some sacrifices at the crossroads to the devil to bring about death and endings in other people's careers that whoever their clients are jealous of. Wow. People. Wow. But yeah, I mean, they're going to experience a death and an ending. This is absolutely a backfire. They want to end your Wheel of Fortune so that you would need them and have to accept what they offer, regardless of who this person is and what their offer is. This could even be a romantic offer. It's crazy. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys are taking the advice and it's resonating with you. But always use your intuition and, use a pendulum. Check with yourself. Use muscle testing. Always ask, should I be doing this? Your higher self that you're asking will never lead you astray. Okay. Will always give you a trustworthy answer. And so, yeah, make sure that you just stay lawyered up. Yeah, it's 4 cups. Okay. This is literally, them wanting to turn somebody into an alcohol. Somebody wants to turn somebody in the collective into an alcoholic. So it talks about chronic emotional restlessness is manifesting itself in casual love affairs. That's what they want you to do, to be in that 4 of cups in the reverse energy. Your heart is heavy and empty. You will lose the will to strive. Anybody that's in one of these industries, it could be the entertainment industry, okay, in general. And it could also be CEO industry, like researching and developing things. But this is basically talking about the energy that they try to put you in. You will lose the will to strive. New goals are needed. New goals and projects are needed because they'll steal that shit. Overindulgence in food and alcohol, lack of moderation, failure in love. Cultivate positive thoughts, even though it's difficult. That's the energy that these companies put everybody in that is part of their company. And yeah, you've got a high priestess energy with you. The magician and the high priestess. Yeah, I would say that you have got what it takes to beat this devil energy at its own game. The lovers. Yeah, they definitely want to be in control of this energy of who you're with. Okay. They want control over that. I'm also picking up on a beautiful love romance that's coming in for somebody. So, Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, beware of somebody that wants to be a part of your team. This person, or they want you to mentor them. No, do not mentor this person. We're going to do a couple of the money cards because I was being shown to grab these and just see what the energy is with money in this situation. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're doing everything to try to block it. Public face. This is what I'm saying. You are meant to be a public face. It's right here. It says, follow your heart, become who you want to be, earn a reputation. It's okay to be yourself. You don't have to be whatever these people are telling you that you need to. Also, somebody's trying to do shut up spells. They want your gums to bleed. They want your teeth to hurt, and they want your throat to shut down. So obviously you're using your throat chakra to do something important, wealth, to create wealth for you. So that's why they're doing that. Just continue to ignore this energy and return it back to sender. You don't even need to do anything actually other than go, God, whatever they're sending, return it to sender, please. And God will be like, okay. So yeah, you are moving towards real wealth and prosperity. Keep up the great work. Also, they're going to want you to keep your work in a certain type of way so that it benefits their demonic agenda. And I feel like you're going to be one of the first people to break that demonic agenda. Money matters. Expense, save, cut costs, reduce, resource plan ahead, make an informed choice, invest your money wisely. This is what I'm saying of how you don't need all these extra people and extra things that they say you do. Okay. You're very capable yourself of doing that and all of this stuff. Okay. Everything that you need to do, you already have within you. So you don't need anybody else's help on that. Social status, you will reach the heights of fame in society. Don't get arrogant. So yeah, when you do come into this fame and public recognition and are at the heights of society, just don't be arrogant. Still remember where you came from, still remember your roots, and still remember that beautiful spirit, who you are when you started music, when you started acting, when you started working at the CEO company, when you started, doing whatever it is that you're doing. Remember who you are when you started and remember where you came from. And remember that the more that you are a down to earth person and that you are relatable to other people, the more people are going to love and accept you for who you are. And that is very important here, not to change who you are through money, through fame, through being exalted, any of that. Because again, money and fame and stuff doesn't make you better than anybody else. It just means that you have more, right? And when you have more, that means other people are going to want that stuff. So sign autographs, shake the hands of your fans. If a fan wants to take a picture with you, take a picture, smile. If fame is what you want, then be happy when it comes to you. Don't feel bothered by it. You know what I'm saying? How some celebrities, and I know that it gets overwhelming, but try not to change who you are on the inside. Okay. Remain loyal to God and don't sacrifice. If you sacrifice your values, you will sacrifice your wheel of fortune. Okay. Sweet success. Yeah, it is not difficult to get everything that you want and enjoy it. You can have your lollipop and suck on it too. Also, investments. When you get this money, don't invest in dumb shit. Okay, that's like okay, and again, I'm not telling you that if you buy a bunch of diamonds and God's going to punish you or anything, even though those diamonds were blood diamonds, most likely somebody had to die to get that fucking rock. That's why I will never touch a diamond, will never put on a diamond. They're bad fucking karma. Okay. Like, I don't want that shit. But, I know that everybody's into the bling and everything like that. But I'm telling you, if you invest your money wisely, like Patrick Mahomes, let's just talk about him for a second because he's awesome, right? I don't care what you say, he is fucking awesome. Okay, so he has made multiple and multi-million dollar investments. He is a owner of the Kansas City Royals, and he owns other companies as well. He's taken the money that he's gotten and he's invested it very wisely, and now he makes a lot more, plus all of his endorsement deals and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying with this investments. Investments made will have positive results, and that will bring in prosperity. You want to make these investments at the beginning of your career into something that's going to be successful. Again, use a pendulum, use your intuition, and use muscle testing to find out what those things are. Invest that money into that. That way, in the future, if your career ever reaches a down point, you have that money to live off of and to feed yourself with, and you're not having to run back to your label, to your CEO, to your whatever, to ask for more money. You know what I mean? Which then they're going to want you to do some immoral shit, which it's just selling out yourself, basically. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's so cool, Ragnarok. Amazing. Wow. That is awesome. I love dreams that are like fun like that. Yeah, so your dreams, your visions, they are not just, these are things that are coming from the divine, you know. This is stuff that is going to, your life matters, okay? It matters much more than these people in these jobs, I'm telling you, or whoever these enemy people are to you. They're smiling in your face, but they don't value you. They don't have the ability to do so, okay? They can't value you to the way that God values you. And that's why God doesn't like these people. Like, I'm not going to say that God hates them. God doesn't like them though. You know, God doesn't like them when it comes to you. A new beginning. You will start a new job and life. Clean sweep over. Hit the reset button. So again, yeah, what I'm saying is like these investments that you make now, you will in the future when everybody else is struggling, you will be thriving. Okay? Because there are forces, there's like the clip off, or I don't know how to say that. The clip off. I don't know how to say that word. Oh, I'm gonna have to practice it. But whatever. There's the dark cabal, okay? And then there's other things that are in the background manipulating these situations to go a certain type of way. And you just want to make sure that you are acting from a place of authenticity and from a place of light, okay? That you want to make music to inspire others, okay? Please don't put suicide in your music. You need to be very aware if you guys are writing, if you guys are doing art, if you are creating, that you are not bringing in these volatile, diabolical energies. Even though your art is supposed to be an expression of your emotions, express what you would want to hear from somebody else. Does that make sense? Wow. Oh my gosh. You literally had a dream about them last night. That is crazy, Ragnarok. That is scary. I mean, that just goes to show that what we did yesterday when we worked on that with the bartender and all that, like that their energy is cut off. I mean, that's what I get from your dream. It is scary for them, but it's not for us. I mean, them being that way, like vampires like that was actually scary for us. That shit was scary. Yeah, that's perfect. See, and just remember that when you do make art, make music, you're using the energy of alchemy. Okay, you're transmutating those raw emotions, right? But and poetry is awesome. I love poetry. I love reading poetry. So yeah, and I love writing poetry as well. So make sure that, because just think about it. Like if you're going to make a poem, if you're going to write a story, if you're going to write something that is inspiring, that's uplifting, that brings happiness to people, because those are words you're going to have to continuously repeat, right? And so you don't want to be repeating negative crap that goes along with this demonic agenda. You want to be repeating things that bring about beauty, that bring about wonderment and awe and stuff like that, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is giving you foresight. Okay. It says, the alchemy says using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets transform the situation, you know? So it says, with foresight, pay attention to the things that are important to ensure wealth. Be farsighted and alert, which means be aware. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here. These three showed up. Opportunity. You're going to be given more opportunities than what you can think. See how that person's sitting behind a computer looking at those different opportunities? You're going to have opportunities to choose from. New job opportunities, change of workplace or business trip. This could even mean travel with your current position. Change is coming just in time. Then you've got success here. And choosing the right direction and actively overcoming difficulties. You are on the right track, right? Success. This could be predicting you receiving some type of award in the future, you know, like a Grammy or Emmy or whatever they're called, or Golden Globe, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember which one is which, but these resources that are necessary for you to create, be grateful for what you have and save something for the future. That's what I'm saying with this investments. Invest in something that you know in the future is going to be a payout, because you're going to be very resourceful, extremely resourceful in the future. I mean, even more so right now. I feel like you are having a lot of bright ideas right now. And these bright ideas says have an innovative and new inspiration, test the new ideas and break out fast. Yeah, this energy about the new ideas, that's something that somebody wants to take from you. They literally want to pull this shit out of your brain. And I'm telling you, this person doesn't have gifts like that. They don't have the abilities to do that. The devil can't do that shit. Okay. Expression. Open up your heart and connect with others. Express your creative self. This is about you using your throat chakra and expressing these bright ideas to the world, inspiring people to want to tap into positivity rather than the lack of positivity. Because I won't even say negativity. I'll just say the lack of positivity, right? And savings, you always need to put something off for a bad day, right? That's just being wise with your money because you know about the fruits of your labor. With wisdom, it says insight into the nature of physical objects give you foresight. Use your best judgment, right? Yeah, absolutely. They wanted to steal that. Yeah, for sure. It is like the part of the Fellowship of the Ring. I definitely agree with that. And God, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow, you get a lot of ideas and music from your dreams. So this is beautiful, you guys. Your guys are in such alignment. Fruits of your labor. This is stuff you're going to be able to count, like spiritually and physically. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gain is here. So yeah, you guys are on the path to becoming very, very rich, very successful. And again, I want you to remember that being rich is not about money. True richness is like with money, you cannot buy health. You can't buy health with money. You can't buy happiness with money. You can't buy love with money. You can't buy gratitude with money. There's all these things that money is only one type of power. It's only one type of things. To be truly abundant, to be truly rich means you have a rich love life. You have a rich financial life. You have a rich home life. You have a rich friendship, like you have an abundance of energy, right? You can't buy energy with money. Money is only good for physical objects, right? And yes, physical objects can make you feel happy for a little while, but they're never going to give you if you go get a Benz and that's like what you want, okay, or a Maserati or a Lamborghini or some shit, in 3 years, you're not going to be emotionally devoted to that Lamborghini and in love with it. It's you're not going to have an in-depth relation. It's still just an object. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, is that there are things in life, abundances that we're not aware of, that we're receiving, that are extremely important, that you cannot buy with money. Money can't buy these things. And money cannot buy spiritual abilities. So never abuse your gifts, because if you do, then God will take them from you and you won't be able to get them back. These celebrities will go to a voodoo practitioner. They'll go to this witch to get, more fame or more money or whatever, more clout. And the witch will do voodoo and put a spirit on this person. And so it's not even their spirit. And so this is what I'm saying. You don't need any of that, right? If you just do this the right way, you don't need to do any of that. That was the old way that people did shit. You have this natural star power. Okay, this is what's going to help you be successful, and it's what's going to help you connect with others. Become an influencer of the company and earn fame, popularity, step into the spotlight. Be the person who goes and sits in the front whatever it's called, front thing of desks. When you go into a classroom, there's desks everywhere and you can sit wherever you want. Be the one that goes to the front of the class. Be very active and engaged, right? I think that, a lot of the times we've not wanted to be noticed before, right? Because when you're in the front of the class, you get called on more. And so I always sat in the back because I hated school, but whatever. But you get what I'm saying, just in general, if you use that analogy with life, because the star power is what's going to fuel the fruits of your labor. And you're about to come through some very fast changes. Things appear suddenly in a short period and a hurry. Take bold steps forward. Don't feel like something's too good to be true, but always use your intuition and double check with a pendulum or talking to yourself or talking to God, okay? Moving up, careers on the rise, new offers and opportunities, salary increase. Yeah, this is what you guys are moving up. You're going to get a salary increase. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. I love how kind you guys are. Yeah, the real rich, you're right, is your spirit and taking care of yourself and your family. Absolutely. These people are this whole energy, these people are just drained and exhausted. They're kind of burnt out. They need to recharge and regroup and find another way of doing things because the past, yeah, there's many choices of how to handle things. And I don't feel like these people handle things in the right way. Opportunities around when you are in a dilemma, all roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to Rome. I wonder if that's a typo. Anyways, it says, look at all of your options. So you will have many choices. And that's something that they may try to pressure you with is like, oh, well, here's the opportunity. It's kind of like a time, you know, how if you get like a free vacation and then you go to like a timeshare meeting, right? These companies are programmed to try to loophole you into their system, even though it will not even make sense. Like, why am I paying $17,000 to join a travel club and then I still have to pay other travel expenses? Like, what the fuck? You know, that's just kind of what I'm getting is that they're going to just try to pressure you. And you just have to become very comfortable with saying no to people. And you have every right when you want to say no to people. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say yes to, you know, and you can get people to modify to change the contract. You can say, I agree with this, this, and this, but I don't agree with this. And so, you know, I have other offers otherwhere that, you know, and you can always tell people that you have many choices also. You have many options also. Okay, calling in positivity, you guys. Calling in positivity. Thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here. Okay, so take everything that I said into consideration. And then with this issue, with this reading, basically, if you forget anything that I say, you can always come back to this reading and watch it again, right? Okay, so I just want to remind everybody that. All right, know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, you guys, peace be with you. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, okay? Peace be with you guys. Bye.